I won a yodeling competition and rescued a dog from a backseat car thing.
Have you seen a professional yodeler?
Trent, here we go. You've had this ready.
I've had this ready. I haven't told Jason this though. I rescued a dog from a car backseat. I was wearing this essentially, and I was on the freeway.
He's wide.
I was running down the road on the freeway. Picked up the dog out of the backseat of the car. It was a Key's friend had a car crash, so I was doing that.
I'm not a fan of
running
those.
across the middle of the freeway, the Western Freeway, with a dog in my arms, and Key's all like, oh my god, it looks so great. But really, I was trying not to moon all the cars driving past because my shorts were falling down.
I would
That would have been great.
I would have paid money. I would have paid money to see security cameras of that. Just like, yeah.
Fuck. That was
And what's the moral of the story, Trent? 8, wear underwear.
Yeah, wear underwear when you leave. I didn't think I'd leave. I don't think I'd leave the car. I didn't think I was leaving the car, so I thought I'm just going to pull on the side of the road, pick up Keys, mate. But yeah, it turns out I was out. Thongs. The middle area was all muddy too, and it was just like I thought the dog shut down my arm. I thought it was scared, but no, it was all good. But
You moved the
Can you
world.
get a photo of that dog and then put it on the Instagram story for us?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Apparently, it's a big dog as well. It's not like a little chihuahua.
It was big. I was like afraid the dog would bite me. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Just a baby chihuahua.
I'm still afraid of a chihuahua was going to bite me.
They scare me more.
Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Alex, Mitch and Trent show. Welcome to another one. How are you doing, Alex?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Pretty good. How are you today, young man?
I'm good. How are you, Mitch?
I'm fantastic.
And
Love
producer
the double
Jason?
welcome.
No, double welcome.
Double
welcome.
How are you, producer Jason?
Drained.
Drained.
But it's
In what sense
Someone
of
was
the
going to do
word?
it and you messed up.
I did.
I was banking on Trent, but he did all right. He had some good tones today.
Goddamn nailed that one, boys. Yeah.
Well done, Trent.
I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. Only one I've got. Episode 13. I got one. Yeah.
We're in, baby.
Social media.
Social media.
What a phenomenon.
What a shit show. It's more where I'd we went to do like one description each.
Oh, were we?
Said phenomenon. I said shit show, and she was like,
Dog water.
dog water.
Yeah, at times, I guess you would say social media is dog
It's getting a
water.
bit overbearing at the moment, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's just everywhere, isn't it?
Well, a good question. Do we use all, is everyone on all of them? Like,
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
no. So what ones do you use?
I still have Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat.
Yeah.
Wow, so I've got a few.
I've got the same as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
I have TikTok, don't use it. That's just those three.
Yeah. So is TikTok social media? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What is TikTok? Oh, anyway, that's like a whole
That's
nother
not today's
Reels.
topic.
Instagram Reels, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. We use Snapchat.
I said Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat. Yeah, I said Snapchat. Okay, right. I missed that. LinkedIn.
Never heard of it.
That's where I got in contact with
Business stuff.
our producer Jason. Actually,
Yeah.
I think isn't that where that's your only social media, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Do we-
You
do
can do
we-
a little bit of sponsorship for yourself, mate. LinkedIn, just throw it in there. Maybe we can. We've got some international listeners.
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be linked to the show. His name's there, but it's not like a link to anything.
Fair call, yeah.
He's our producer by choice. We don't know.
Yeah. We're a dumpster fire.
I do remember a gun to my head at the time when you asked me.
Yeah, I'm on all
You're
of
on
them.
a few.
I'm on all of them. Do maybe I don't use LinkedIn that much. It's there, but
I think I have a LinkedIn as well, but I've never used it.
I've
It was
never
a part
heard
of
of it.
It was a part of.
What is it?
No, it's like a
it's where you
like
go
job seeker.
It's like professional
Facebook
jerk off
networking.
sessions.
Yeah.
So
It's like social media for professional people. Anyone who has a
We can just
job.
scout people if you want to hire them.
It's kind of like
so it's like a
where they all go to
portfolio
show
I
off.
was going to say portfolio.
Yeah,
That was the
kind
word I
of,
was going for.
yeah.
Where you go to show off.
I was told to make one as part of my
sense.
IT course, so we did one, and then shocking. Yeah. Haven't used it since. Yeah,
But I think those have been the three. I don't know. I'd say they're the three most common ones: Facebook, Instagram, and
How do you feel
Snapchat.
about them now?
like as in, is it helpful towards humanity? Would you say?
Maybe not human. Okay, humanity.
so
as in,
in space and time.
is it helpful to humanity? Is
Well,
like the big question.
humanity, probably no. I'm pretty sure like Facebook's caused civil wars. But that's what I've heard. That's what I've read in an article. It's stuff
It's a
like
good
that.
movie though.
Yeah, good
Captain
movie.
America, Iron Man. That.
Yeah. Oh, Civil War. What a movie. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's that.
What a great
and
characters.
It's also it shapes elections almost as well. That was a whole thing in the US. That's a whole other game there. But I don't know enough about that to kind of share my in-depth knowledge. I just know that this shit happened.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like social media is like pretty much news now. Like we get all our news from Facebook, and well, I do anyways. I don't watch the news. I don't like listen to other podcasts or anything. That sounds mean, but I don't even listen to
Fuck
this.
you,
No,
dogs.
I
Fuck
do
you,
listen.
other
I do
podcasts.
listen. I
I
do
love you, other
listen.
podcasts. Good on you.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the main way of getting news. Like, especially during COVID time with like numbers and stuff. I just jump on Facebook.
Jeez, yeah, we did that. It was like every morning.
Yeah.
Wasn't that sad?
Yeah,
Like, why were we doing that?
yeah.
Like now,
we had nothing else to do, man. That's why.
I know.
Yeah, it's literally
That is true.
It's not. It's like there was no
is true.
other things to do. It was interesting. It was like a game. It was like, oh, what are we gonna be on today? Oh, 0 for the 7th day, and then. And now we don't look anymore. And how many are there a day? Insane numbers, but we just don't.
I don't
look.
even know what the ballpark is these days.
The last time I looked was I don't know, like a couple of weeks or a month ago, and it was like in the tens of thousands, 20,000.
Not bad.
Yeah, I know. When we were like 7 cases, everyone stayed home for 4 years. So I was like, oh, yeah,
Every
we're all
business shut
vaccinated now.
down,
So.
and that's it. Everybody out of a job.
Yeah, but I think social media is like a huge news thing now. It's how I get all my information. Like,
News.
I barely ever use it to post. Like, I post on a rare occasion. I did like my first Instagram post in like years to like recently. Like, I don't use Instagram at all. It's more of a click and see what other people are doing and see what they're doing in their life. It's pretty sad, to be honest. That just spend my time looking at what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Snapchat to send my amazing food pictures, which I don't
crucial.
send as frequent.
But I don't see them daily.
A couple weeks ago, I don't know.
Maybe
when
that's
it
why I'm
was.
so down these days. I don't get your
Yeah.
daily dinner.
Yeah.
pics.
So
that's why
a couple weeks
we're
ago,
sad.
A couple weeks ago, Trent, I remember I was sending the food pictures out. And I sent it to Mitch, but not you. Yeah. And then you
Fucking upset. I know you're cooking it around the corner. I know I can come see.
Then I feel bad. Like I don't want to send you my like. I'm literally like.
Send me your food.
okay,
I'm just trying to help improve your photography game with it because I think
I'm glad.
the food's
Thank you.
great. The photography game needs some work.
Oh my god!
But you
Yesterday
haven't
he bagged the
complimented
shit
me.
out of your photos of food. He was like, "Oh my god, the angles are terrible." And I was like, "Oh man,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just food."
food. I'm not commenting on the food, but the angle.
Like,
like-
I've seen how Alex.
That's
takes
why I don't
photos.
send them to you, Trent.
No,
You critique
I'm
my.
helping you.
But I'm watching you. You're
food
literally
looks
like,
good.
You've never come up to me and said, Alex, I just want to be honest with you. I want to improve your photography. You just rip into me behind my back about my beautiful food.
I think I've told you about your photography.
You've complimented me once. I've never heard any
But it's
constructive
never like
criticism.
you never like taking time to like.
Oh
get there.
no!
You're like,
I want to eat it.
Yeah.
I was,
like blurry photo.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah,
and then
Send it out.
straight
Yeah.
into the grub.
yeah.
It's fair.
Today I didn't even get to take a photo because I was that hungry and it looked that good that I just ate it.
Yeah.
But
The only
they're
times that
the
you took-
photos I want.
the only times that you took real cautious time to make sure it was a beautiful photo was at Senaway's Kebabs.
Oh my god!
Those
Anyways,
photos were always like
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah.
When we didn't even have 4K around.
Yeah.
That's how good they were.
Senaway's Kebabs is just quick. That this is Mitchell's shout out of the day. Senaway's Kebabs,
Yeah.
the best HSP in Melbourne. It is just an incredible place. Incredible place.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored, yeah, not sponsored.
Not sponsored
yet.
yet. Yes.
We can organise something. I know the previous owner. We do actually. Got him on Facebook. Very,
Oh,
very. Speaking of social media, yeah, got him on Facebook.
Hey.
Yeah.
So the connections,
Hey.
huge connections. Yeah. So I personally, is it helpful to humanity? I guess it notifies us about news. Do I want to hear that one-sided news? Do I listen to it anyways?
I think you can definitely say that it was a massive I won't say savior, but a massive help to a lot of people during COVID.
Yeah.
Being isolated, being away from their families, stuck in other countries, having multiple platforms to
Kept us in communication with you.
stay in communication.
Yeah.
Is social media would Messenger be? It's not. Messenger's just Messenger if you're going to message someone, or
It's
like
still-
SMS, like photos. Yeah, cool. But video calls, is that as like a separate category, or what? Where do you guys think about that? Like Messenger itself as an app is just for communicating, and that's what we use.
I
for
consider
video.
the Messenger like imagine. It sounds really weird in my head. Imagine social media as a city in a virtual reality world, right? I imagine like our chats are like rooms that we're all just like sitting around like this right now having a little chat. I reckon this is podcasting right now. This is a form of social media content. It is.
Yeah,
It is. So I think the Messenger is just the text form of that.
Does anyone know what the definition of social media is?
Hit us up. Maybe producer Jason could look up what.
Or it's a communication platform.
Communication platform. That's So
Well, does that mean gaming is? Because it's a way we communicate with each other during games. Is that social media? Or does it need to be portrayed through the media? Websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking.
I feel like it's
So a website or an application.
It's been such it was such a debated thing in our course. Actually, it always came up like, what's media? It can be. It's such a broad subject.
Yeah. It's
And-
focused on communication. Yeah.
It's so hard to really pinpoint exactly what it is. It's
Because it's grown so much since what it used to be, like MySpace and Bebo.
I never had any of those.
had a MySpace.
I didn't have a MySpace, I had a Bebo.
Bebo. I never had Bebo.
I never had any of those. Yeah. I just stayed out of it.
Yep. Yeah, my auntie set it up for me.
Shared it.
My name was Blue Eyes
Blue Eyes. All right.
with Z's.
That's such a gamer.
Is that for Blue Eyes White Dragon?
But between that and
And
I
he's-
had Blue Eyes.
How'd you not get that? How'd you not?
No, but it's because of the Zs. The Zs.
I thought the Z's were cool.
Yeah.
No,
no,
they
no,
are. I used to have-
And I
I
also
did-
put an X in front of the Blue Eyes.
I did the
That
X's
was
in
a
mine.
thing.
XX, your name XX.
Yeah.
I
I'm cool.
I used to do that. Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
We definitely can see the positives of social media and why it's good. But where do you sit on the scale of is it good to bad?
It takes up too much of my time.
Oh my god.
I think that the bad thing is this takes up too much of your time.
That's the one thing. That's the one. There's only one singular. I'm not gonna say negative, but one thing that has fucked me when we started this podcast is I had to re-download Instagram so that I could share everything
Share
on it.
posts.
So I got rid of it because literally I just zombie after work. Like I'll accidentally open it. I'm like, oh shit, hour goes past. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I find that like filling my time up with hobbies and other things like editing this podcast,
Yeah.
wrestling, gaming,
Fortnite.
gaming, yeah, all that sort of stuff. Kind of stops me from being so like being scrolling through it for hours, just like watching, say, putting on Netflix and then just scrolling through endlessly and aimlessly through like TikTok for hours, like both at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I think it's bad for humanity for time consumption. I think look at if you put all those, you can actually look how much time you spend on Facebook each week as a thing in your settings. Is that take that time each week? If you do that, then apply it to a whole year's. Let's say do that by 55. How say 10 hours? Like that's a new hobby. That's learning to play an instrument. That's learning to do a bunch of different things.
That's walking.
Walking,
That you could say the same.
Exercise.
You could say the same for gaming though.
gaming. Yeah, I consider gaming a hobby.
Gaming is definitely a hobby.
A
yeah,
hobby.
Yeah, but like as in you're still doing something where you could be more productive, I guess. It's like another form of leisure.
Yeah.
Like
I think-
some people get leisure by looking at videos and
That's
watching streamers.
That's
or-
where that line's.
Yeah. I'm not justifying it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
I
bad
personally
negative.
think social media is like way too damaging. I'd even consider a detox if it's hard to say that, but because how would people get our content? But
people will still get our context.
well, you're not allowed to upload a Trent on social media.
Well,
yeah,
you personally could take a detox from it completely, and it wouldn't be. I could still keep uploading the podcast.
But would we collectively try? Would anyone actually be willing to do that?
100%.
Oh, Mitchell.
No,
That's why I love us, because we're a family. We do everything together, Trent.
yeah, I'm not interested in detox. I think I have a decent balance.
I think that could be the closest thing to an addiction that you have, Trent.
Social media.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's literally part of your profession.
It's
So
part of my job. It's part of just different calibers, and but I think just how I divvy up my time, like with now just like working out, how I obsess over my food more nowadays since I started to like lose weight and stuff like that. I obsess over my food like crazy. Like that could be considered on a habit and a healthy obsession. Just different gaming. Like I spend heaps of hours on that, but I look at it. Gaming for me is just my chill out.
Oh, same.
Like,
Yeah,
it's my chill out.
It's my release. Like that's my happiness. That's something I do as a hobby. Which
Wrestling for me, like I want to wrestle. I want to do all that sort of stuff, but it's also just a great way to work out too. So it's like I just apply different things in different ways. But yeah, I guess I just try and fit this in to be healthy. And like definitely like like there are periods of my time where I was really bad at social media. I cut back heaps on it. And maybe I just haven't got the time anymore. I keep my life busy.
I feel like we've oversaid it already, but throughout COVID, social media.
That's all it was.
I was scrolling like it was sad. Like I'd literally, like I'd work, do my 10, I'd do 10, 11, 12, however many hours I could do in a day because there was nothing else to do. And go home, I'd either play games, or if I was too tired, I'd just lay on my phone. Then I wouldn't sleep because the blue light and
blue light. Yeah, that's definitely something that's affecting my age. Is blue light. That is
my eyes are bananaed from.
Yeah.
What about more worldly applications for social media, such as human movements, maybe in dictatorships? Was it the Arab Spring, the uprising in, I think, was it Egypt, Syria? A lot of the states in the Middle East. So social media can be used for
movements to get people's. It's another way of communicating. They're communicating their point across, and for positive ways. Like that's definitely.
You know, one other thing that I've noticed that I'm sure other platforms do it, but I've seen Facebook do it. On your birth date, when you open up your feed in that morning, it gives you an option to upload a link to a charity that people can donate to.
That's cool.
For your on the behalf of your birthday instead of a gift.
Yep.
Like little things like that having that sort of platform just to do, even if two people did that, they wouldn't have seen that had they not known you, had they not been there at that time.
Yeah.
They're little things that where social media has shined in terms of reaching out to just little niches of people that were at the right place at the right time for the right cause, and have been able to get involved in it.
It's a tool that can literally be swayed left and right, for good and bad.
Yeah, because the flip side to that, Mitchell, is scam.
Oh, of course.
Donate, like scam charities.
Yeah.
And so like to your point, Trent, you got the good and the bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good or a bad. I think it's the tool that helps you get to the good and helps you get to the bad. And I think it is such a new thing now that we're still trying to work out the kinks of it all. And I think obviously with every scandal you see each year of something new, where it affects, it starts wars, it used to sway elections, it's one side stories, all that sort of thing. The algorithms that cater to you personally, and so you get shown the content you want to see, or it gets shown the stuff that makes you angry, and so you comment on stuff. We're still working that all out, and I think that's personally when I look at that. Well, then I look at social media as that how can I make it work good for me in my life, and so that's where I've tried to apply it in different things like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that social media inhibits real life face-to-face interactions?
I was actually going to bring this up before, and I hate that. I absolutely despise social media in that way. Like being at a restaurant with your friends, and I'll pick up my phone mid conversation, like I'm doing now, basically. But I'll get back to my fun fact of the day. But yeah, I think social media is like destroying relationships when it comes to in person, whether it's a partner, like sitting in. Sometimes there's a comforting thing, sitting in bed with your partner's next to you and you're both on social media scrolling. You could be communicating like humans. The amount of times we're at a bar or at a club or at a dinner, and one of us will be on our phone. I'll be on my phone when I could be just enjoying my time with the people that I care about. And that's when it's almost like an addiction where you can't put your phone down because you'd rather be scrolling or looking at it when you could just be communicating like we always do. And I guess that also links into maybe why we're not very social when it comes to face-to-face. Like a lot of people got social like issues with communicating, like
especially
people struggling. People struggling
now.
to communicate because they don't do it often enough. We're too busy being on our phones.
What was such a pivotal moment for us was when we turned 17, 18 and we were going out as 18, 19 and going out and being social. And then like, not to bring back to the COVID conversation, but like how then for 2 years almost is that 18 and 19-year-olds when they have that moment to go out and be out in the world and start exploring things because they're considered adults, or in Australia anyway, is that they were for 2 years in those big moments in your life is that they were stuck at home being on social media, and how that's affected them, and just how you don't realize how that might have affected your development as a human being.
I don't know where I was. I don't know if we were speaking about it or speaking about that with somebody else, but the effects of those 2 years on the younger generation won't be noticed for years and years.
I think it's noticeable.
It's
in a bunch of different ways, yeah.
It's noticeable. But when they're all 26, 27 and they should be getting ready to charge into businesses and take over those high position spots.
They haven't got,
and they have not.
It's 2 years. Yeah,
they're 2 years behind, and then they've got to rely on people that are well past their prime to continue to work. To the point where they end up spoiling their retirement by overdoing it. I don't know. I can't remember who it was that I was speaking to, but that's one thing that's interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost concerning how reliant we are on technology and the social media. It is changing who we are, and we're very lucky. Us three, we had our social time in our life, which is whether
what's it? It's the like coming out of like the blooming of the flower, right? Like, we bloomed then. We were blooming.
Yeah, we were blooming. Yeah, we were blooming.
Something like that.
Blooming onion. Yeah,
blooming onion.
We were striving, and I guess that's why we're very lucky. We had that stage of our life where we went out to bars and clubs and all that kind of stuff. Because if we never did any of that, then how else would we have socialized? That was our one main source of socializing. So, yeah, I think it was a very, very important part of all three of our lives. I don't know how we would be socially wise if we didn't have that. Like, we wouldn't. How else did we ever go out? We barely ever go out for any other reason. That was
correct.
One of the main reasons. And we got to meet, and that's why we fell in love with it, because we made amazing friends. Amazing friends that listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
which is
a lot of support
and hearing
from
back
those
from
people,
them.
it's so
awesome.
lovely.
So I reckon majority of our listeners are those people that actually spend the time to listen to us talk dribble, and I hope they enjoy it every single week, because no matter what, it's coming out or not, it's going to be coming out regardless. I have to get back to the point with I love always looking at both sides of the story, but even just looking at Facebook itself, they've had up to $5 billion in charity donations from over the whole of Facebook. So not just Zuckerberg himself, but using the platform, they've had $5 billion in donations. Like that's the power of social media. That is incredible.
Yeah.
It's still destroying us. So you gotta pick
the tool.
You gotta weigh out your options here.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it is way overused. I overuse it. I'd be happy to drop down what I do. Even before, I tried to do a little bit of work, and I just started procrastinating. Grabbed my phone, started scrolling through.
But it doesn't help my scatterbrain. Like I've got 1,000 things to do. It doesn't help my scatterbrain.
Yeah, it's just too convenient. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Another big issue, which I don't want to speak for all of us here, but it probably affects other people more so than us. But it's a platform to advertise a reality that a lot of people can't achieve.
Yeah.
That social expectation.
social
like
media
all these
flexing.
people flying around in their Lamborghinis, luxury houses with $1 million bodies, and it's just like advertising that to so many people that that may not have the ability to have that sort of lifestyle, and mentally that for some people that really they either overwork to try and achieve not the unachievable, but
the very small minority in the world.
They use that as a mirror, and they look at what other people are doing and think that that's what they should be doing at that age, when really it's all a facade.
We used to do that all the
time. But there's tiny minority or not, like that's.
Oh, it's still there. It's still there. Yeah.
Like there's businesses dedicated to that, Mitch, where they will procure jets and cool cars and accessories and clothing, and it's all set up so you would walk into the jet, get some Instagram, take some photos, and then that's it. Like
back to
the jet doesn't get.
They get a percentage of whatever you make off social media.
No, it's
you just pay a flat fee.
you're paying for that service.
Oh,
yeah. God. So it's like fake being rich, basically.
Yeah.
Like here's you're learning the entire situation.
Yeah, put you in a private jet. All that. So but for me,
hey, should we do it? Should we all chip in?
Hell yes.
Yeah. Is there a business in Australia that does that?
Can that be us? Can they be our sponsors, mate?
We should totally reach out to that.
Two
just
for
for
one
a bit
jets.
of fun and just do the whole thing.
2 for 1 jets.
2 for 1 jets.
We can have a jet each. Yeah.
But even on another note, I don't use Instagram to show off or any of that sort of thing. I like posting because it's my corner. It's my corner. I don't think social media is a bad thing in regards to that. I think it's cool to show, a picture of yourself just doing
whatever
something
you're doing.
cool.
Standing there with your hands out.
Yeah, hands out like this. Yeah.
Around the snow even.
Your little snowman. That was cute. Yeah.
Man. Oh,
Yeah.
that snowman.
Time with those photos.
Yeah.
I love posting old vintage cameras. Like this, I think they're the coolest things. And this,
You should make a page, Trent.
maybe.
You should make like a genuine and take a photo of all your cameras. Someone would be really interested in that.
I've made my page. It's my page. I like showing us a bunch of. I could make one thing. I'm not interested in.
Do you have uploads of your camera?
Yeah, I upload on my cameras.
Where?
On Instagram.
On his page.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, I have like videos.
maybe
I have
do I
them
follow
all-
you on Instagram? How many? A lot. You've got so many though.
Yeah,
Like,
I posted. Yeah,
You can't just go
pretty much
uploading
on
them
there.
all. It's like,
well, you could
I
have a
don't upload
dedicated
them.
page,
I don't.
Nah.
and then we can get sponsored by him, and then we'll have our first sponsor. Other than Step On Underwear,
Oh, Trent,
which is still
step up.
unsponsored. Step up, or step
cameras.
out.
But yeah, I think social media is a tool that is definitely can be used for bad and good. I've said that just throughout this podcast. Is there a
Social media, good, bad, go.
good?
Pick one.
Good,
Social media, good, bad, pick one.
Good.
Alex.
I'm sorry.
Social media
Bad.
bad.
Yeah, more bad
Yeah.
than good. Yeah. But please listen to our podcast on all social medias, please. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Please consume our media. We're here to feed your hunger for it.
Yes. We'd really appreciate if you followed us on all social media, considering I'm the one that does not like social media. Do it for Alex.
Follow him especially.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
follow me. And look at my snowman. Like my snowman picture if you haven't seen it on Instagram.
We'll post it up.
Oh, yes. That's one of the... Is it my favorite time of the day? Oh my, even though it's nighttime and people don't know that it is nighttime right now. Are you ready? Mitchell.
We record
Mitchell.
this every
I
Tuesday
can't
night.
find a camera photo.
Mitchell. See? Thank you.
It's
Thank
there.
you so much.
Oh my god!
Thank you
It's
so
right
much.
there.
Mitchell, that
Camera
was
photo's there.
so 5 minutes ago.
That was
okay.
no.
That
He's
works.
hit the nail on the head. Thank you so much.
There's a camera
Oh,
photo.
there's one. Okay.
There's
Your
one.
most recent one. Okay.
I
yeah.
know.
What a
There is way
disgusting-
more.
You are just a
I'm gonna-
I
disappointment.
I'm
post a lot. Remember though, I don't post them every. But it's part of my corner. I don't want to do individual vintage
I like
ones.
how you refer to it as a corner.
It's my corner.
What?
There's a video of
like
me getting
diamond
hit with a
corner?
chair.
Like which corner?
Just
Left corner, right
just
corner?
like imagine this corner.
Oh, where the swag used to be.
Yeah, the swag.
Yeah,
Where's
okay.
the swag go? Jeez.
Magic. Wait.
In front of...
Magic.
Why were we doing that?
What were we doing?
The chair shot in front of all my sister's friends.
That was that's a story for
All right,
another
what
day.
about the table?
That's a story for another day.
Anyways, we're getting off topic.
Sorry.
It is time. I nearly got excited and did his part. Okay, I'm going to hand it over to producer Jason. Jason,
You're getting a
take
bit
it
hot
away.
there. You took your jacket off. Just throwing you off a little bit here.
Yes, you did, Trent.
Yeah, you
and
get a little-
Trent well.
to your point, yes, I was going to be hot and heavy in here with you three boys and the topics of conversation. But now, to our discerning listeners, it is now time for the editor's choice suggestions. It's really a producer's pick, but that was for Trent.
That was for context.
I'm still going to clap it.
named
Wrong. So there's more syllables to sing then. So
Yeah, I
you really
know.
nailed that.
Yeah.
Trent
A
didn't
bit lower in tone as well.
Hey, for the record, he tried to throw you off at the start, and he didn't
I
clap.
deserved everything they
And he
gave me.
didn't clap.
Yeah,
How disrespectful is Trent today?
Hey, Trent, you're
Hey.
cut.
Cut the clap.
Okay. So, boys, considering we've been talking about the ins and outs, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, and the
angles.
ugly of social media.
corners
The
corners
corners
of
of
social media.
Sorry, the
Trent
corners,
would say.
the corners.
You gotta- Can you upload a picture of a corner?
I
Trent?
will
Thank
upload
you.
a
The
picture.
corners, as Trent
Corners.
said, the corners of
Social corners.
social media. There's many corners. Is it a hexagon? Is it an octagon?
Dodecahedron.
Is it-
Nah.
Is it a rhombus shape?
Is it
Trent?
acute or is it
Rhombus.
obtuse?
Is it a circle?
I'm a year 10 dropout. Yeah.
Is it a sphere?
It is a round object.
What's a rhombus?
It's like
It's
a
like a
square
square that's tilted.
Oh, I thought
tilted.
that was an
Yeah.
instrument.
Oh, it's still. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, rumpus room. Sorry.
Rumpus room. Love the rumpus
You're
room.
thinking of Rumbero.
A rumbrero.
Who called it a rumpus room? Who would still call it that?
Harvey Nan.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you do?
Love
in
that.
a- do you rump around?
I met one person
Ask me,
in my
man.
life that called it a rumpus room,
Yeah.
and it was our good friend from primary school, Jake.
Rumpus room.
Yeah.
he was a rumpus. Yeah, he had some rumpus room energy. Yeah.
A little brother energy. So this energy crap. You walk around with your wallet, you just got an energy card in there. It's like Mitchell, you've done that before, haven't you?
If you were a tech startup and you had $500 million each,
Is that it?
That's it.
wait for it. What social media platform would you create and why? And I'm going to throw to Alex.
Thank you so much. A bit disappointed you didn't call me Lexi, but we'll build a bridge and we'll get over it. I don't know if this is a thing yet, or I've read it somewhere online where they were gonna do it. I don't know what it's called, but like it's a social media for gamers, and it's strictly focused on gaming. So I guess maybe it'd almost be like an RPG game, but it's like social media related. But basically, I'd try and invest all my money in to try and get all those appeal to those gaming communities, and basically have a social media of so it'll be almost like an RPG. You can create avatars and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what I'd go for. I'd go for like a gaming approach. I heard it's going to happen somewhere. I don't know the company name or anything about it. We could get a sponsor potentially.
Be that unifying platform of Xbox, PC, PlayStation, like where you can actually.
Trent, you can't use my idea. I love your suggestion, mate.
Sorry, man. Sorry for collaborating.
Yeah, no
Sorry, man.
collaboration here. It's not called the collaboration show. It's called the Alex Mitch and Trent show. Okay, don't take my thunder.
How does that work?
Taking my ideas. All right. Anyways. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna copyright it now before Trent takes it because he's gonna down the track. I reckon when we all get how much money do I have on this budget?
500 million
I'll copyright. I'll do that.
dollars.
All right. So yeah, I'm happy to do like a gaming thing. So try and bring all the gamers together. It'd be a good place to if you're playing a game like Fortnite and you want to duo up with someone or play with some people, maybe in Australia. You could just jump on and kind of like a Discord thing as well, similar to that. I don't know. Yeah, so that will be mine. Mitchell, I'm passing over to you. Go.
All right, so hear me out here. I'm thinking virtual reality. Nah, so yes and no. So I kind of want to bring that into it. So I want to do it's a media platform where you're a character, but I want to collaborate with Disney. Now, how, you ask? I want it to be like a virtual world where every single character that is now under the Disney banner can be a character that you can portray, and you can have that voice in this media, and you can just go around to, like, example, Mickey Mouse can walk up to Thor and have a conversation.
Wow, that'd be cool.
And it's just, you can do like little like games together in this social media, and it's like it's just all like an immersive communication thing. But there's like things that you can do, but the funny part is, like, it's from like a third person where you're like a Disney character, like or it could be, Jack Sparrow and
Darth Vader.
Yeah. And you've got their voice, like it's your like you can talk, but it's going to come out with their
cool.
very difficult to do, especially with a $500 million budget. Probably need a bit more, but
I think as well. So I'm going to give two comparisons, like almost like how Fortnite's like collaboration of like all these different brands, and all that sort of thing, and a really good VR chat system that isn't, like that sort of thing put together.
Yeah, but then there's also like I said, there's like games. You can remember like that. Terrible example. Remember that shitty casino game that we downloaded?
Yeah. That was amazing.
Where we go in. You can either sit at a table and
go to the club,
or there's a club, or there's a bowling alley. Or you can just like roam around the lobby. You can go up to your hotel room, like something like along those lines. But I really want to emphasize on you can be any character under the Disney banner, and you can say whatever you want, but you have their voice.
Yeah.
Imagine the different worlds as well you could have. Like, of course.
World. It's not like just
that'd be incredible.
So different worlds,
that'd
different places. So whether you could join Mickey Mouse's room and you're in his kind of like old school animated.
That'd be incredible.
World, or you could literally just jump onto freaking Thor's wherever he lives.
Asgard, I think.
And the possibilities are endless. You could be in a TIE fighter having a chat to. I don't know.
Boba Fett.
I'm trying to think.
I know.
Like,
that's incredible.
Great
idea.
Shrek in a TIE fighter talking to Snow White. Like,
that sounds awesome, dude.
The possibilities and just how creative people could be, I think it'd be cool. Now, Trent, the finale. I know you've been brewing on this one.
Yeah, save the best
5 minutes of brewing.
I know you've come up with something absolutely jaw-dropping. What do you got?
I think it's not quite the social like Facebook caliber, but as a media student currently, being able to kind of get a whole crew together, it just seems to be getting more difficult in today's thing. And like there are Facebook groups and all that sort of thing that can kind of do that. I had this idea as well throughout the pandemic where I saw Premiere Pro, which is an editing software that I use, is you can have a bunch of your team, your whole team working on the same platform, editing one video sort of thing. And so it's like, and it can be remote. Imagine that in a kind of a virtual reality space, but a set. And it's just like you have an idea to build like maybe an animation. Let's go with animation. So imagine having the set of The Simpsons in a virtual reality and it's been acted out by actual people, actual actors, and you're in a virtual set. So there's cameras and everything, and it's all filming and it's all done in a virtual reality kind of space. And yeah, I don't know how, I think there's like motion capture stuff and all that sort of thing too. But just combine that all together to make it almost a user experience.
Hang on. So that sounds like a freaking amazing, awesome idea, but is it social media?
Well, that's what I say is that when we all kind of gather together in a room, you gather a crew over like a Facebook group. You group all each other up together on this thing. Like, yep, let's all meet up. All right, let's all put on our headsets and in the chat like a Facebook.
So it's like a virtual social media collaboration.
Like a WebEx, but it's
Creation.
virtual reality.
Yeah.
It's like a chat room, but for people that have the same
You still
idea.
integrate your phone of scrolling through.
And to create content in the virtual world.
Create content in the
I'm
virtual
trying to
world.
imagine it using us as an example, okay? So say the three of us, we're continuing this podcast, when we are 5 years later, but we've moved to different countries.
Yep.
We can use that.
Wait,
platform.
what? Hey, what are you trying to say?
Where are you going?
Hypothetically.
Hey, all right, just keep an eye on you, mate.
All right. Hypothetically speaking, of course, instead of us having the tools to be able to obviously do our recordings from our individual areas, but instead of us, we could have a platform in this world where we can come up together and design a stage. We can design our characters.
Yeah.
The different lightings, different sort of styles and that.
Yeah.
And then people can watch the show based on what we've created, the three of us.
That's where they're saying a lot of stand-ups possibly going to happen. It's going to happen to stand-up in 10, 20 years. Like it's all like live shows are going to be a whole different story. And you could easily just do a virtual film set and you're walking around and you could literally do animations to eventually we can already seen like the de-aging of Luke Skywalker. We've seen that in the recent Star Wars scene and before that. It's only getting better and better to the point where eventually we'll be able to do that in a VR space. That sounds ridiculous that it won't go there eventually. That technology is not going away.
We are now wrapping up the show with an outro.
30-minute mark.
It is the 30-minute mark. It is, guys. And on
The
that
fucking
note,
50-minute mark.
oh, it's a 50-minute mark.
He was about to nail it.
It's that point in the show where I ask you all to please rate us 5 stars wherever you see the opportunity to do so. Listen to us every Tuesday. That's a thing too. We're on every Tuesday. Tune in next week.
Oh, don't.
We'll be back regardless.
Adios, amigos.